O-Dog boxing, motherfucker.
Liam Paro is going to expose Richardson Hitchins. Big Paro for the win, y'all. I'm telling y'all, he's going to destroy Richardson Hitchins, man. I'm telling y'all right now. And why do I say that? Well, for one, I think that Liam Paro carries more power in his punches than Richardson Hitchins. You know, if you know, you know. Liam Paro be knocking shit loose. Y'all remember Montana Love, right? Montana Love signed with Eddie Hearn in Matchroom. Yeah, that Montana Love. Whatever happened to him? I'll tell you what happened to Montana Love. Liam Paro is what happened to Montana Love. Killed that boy's career. I haven't heard anything from Montana Love since that ass whooping that Liam Paro gave him. But Liam Paro, he beats Africa, man. Because he's got more power. And because Liam Paro has the bigger balls, no Diddy. Liam Paro did something that Africa was too afraid to do. He was just not willing to do it. And not just Hitchens, but all the other champions at the time wanted no smoke with Subriel Matias, except Liam Paro. So, yeah. Africa was just too pussy to do what Liam Paro did. And in the face-off between Liam Paro and Hitchens, Liam Paro calls him out on it. He says, "Why didn't you fight Subriel Matias? You were his mandatory as well." And Richardson Hitchens has the audacity, right? His excuse was, "Oh, it's because he never sent me a contract." All right. Well, if that's the case, you're the mandatory. Why didn't you reinforce your mandatory status to fight Subriel Matias? You know why? Because he just didn't want no smoke with Subriel Matias. You know, I find it funny that Richardson Hitchens all of a sudden was ready for a IBF world title shot as soon as Subriel Matias loses that title. Isn't that, what a coincidence, you know what I'm saying? And it's strange. Africa didn't seem to have any shame in that. But Liam Paro also hit Africa where it hurts. He told him that you didn't do it. You didn't go and fight Subriel Matias because you didn't believe in yourself. And I think that hit the nail right on the head. That's another reason why I've got Paro winning this fight. Is he has more confidence in himself than Hitchens does in himself. Because Paro did something that Richardson Hitchens didn't think he can do. And I do know that in boxing, triangle theories don't work. Like, for example, maybe Africa sees something in Liam Paro that he can exploit. Because you do have to remember that styles do make fights. Because Africa is a boxer first style. Like, he's a defensive style type fighter. He fights on the back foot. And he uses his jab from a distance. He knew that Subriel Matias is a bad matchup for him. Because most of the time, pressure fighters throughout the course of the fight eventually will begin to wear the boxer down. But versus Liam Paro, you see, Liam Paro is a boxer puncher where he likes to counter punch and set traps. Maybe that's what Africa sees in Liam Paro. That's why he's more interested in fighting him. But where I think that Africa is overlooking Liam Paro is he can also walk you down. You know, Liam Paro can walk his opponent down like he did with Montana Love. And the reason why I think that Liam Paro will walk down and beat up Africa is because you got to look at it this way. If he wasn't scared of Subriel Matias, why would he be afraid of Richardson Hitchens? I believe 100% that Liam Paro is going to walk Africa down and beat the brakes off this dude, man. I'm telling y'all. But salute to Africa for the lead up the trash talk and the wolf tickets that he's been selling to make this fight interesting. I like it. I like the trash talk. It makes it interesting. The American is very entertaining, but what doesn't sit right with me is how, as soon as Subriel Matias lost his belt, all of a sudden Richardson Hitchins was ready to enforce his mandatory. When Subriel Matias had the belt, Hitchens didn't want that fight, right? His excuse was because the IBF strap, it required, it has a rehydration clause on it, right? You could only hydrate 10 pounds after weighing in. And because of that rehydration clause, Hitchens said that it wouldn't allow him to be at 100% when he fought. But you see, as soon as Liam Paro gets the IBF strap, right? Subriel Matias loses it. Now all of a sudden, the IBF's rehydration clause is not a problem for Richardson Hitchens. And that's the part that just doesn't sit right with me. And now there's one more thing that I wanted to say. And that was that I think that the division would be better off if Liam Paro wins. Because we've seen Liam Paro. He doesn't duck no smoke. He would be willing to make the unification bouts with the other champions in his division. Versus Richardson Hitchens, you can't say that about Hitchens. You can't say that he'd do the same thing because we've seen Richardson Hitchens duck and dodge before. I believe that if Hitchens wins, he will hog the IBF belt and not want to unify. Also, Paro still hasn't gotten to get his homecoming fight since becoming a world champion. And if any guy deserves a homecoming fight, it's this guy. Liam Paro's been through the fucking gauntlet in his past 3 fights. And yeah, man, this man deserves a homecoming fight. You know, he deserves a fight in Australia to defend his strap against none other but George Kambosos. Let's go. I want to see that in Australia. So yeah, man, I got Liam Paro. Hopefully for the knockout. Let's say the 9th, maybe the 10th round. Yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. That's all I got for this one. Very excited for this fight. This is going to be a really good fight. But yeah, man, let's chop it up. Let's talk some boxing. And you already know, once again, this has been your boy O-Dog Boxing in the Mouth. This